they don't say boo about it. Again, this is THC building, the Winton Hotel, 445 O'Farrell Street, and I've complained about that, I think, to fire personnel also. Here's the NBC Nightly News, 616, 77 degrees. The lottery's gone up to 700 million, just to give you an idea. Oh, there's a firefighter who was killed.
And was leaving
That's ridiculous.
in Japantown with other off-duty firefighters.
We can't do enough or say enough for the firefighters. Again, I'm a survivor of 9/11 in New York, and it's a big deal. So 6:16 p.m., August 22nd, 2017. Tuesday. Again, tomorrow's the big lottery, the second biggest in U.S. history now. And I wanted to highlight how clean the floors were of any muck or water or anything. They were completely dry. So those pylons have probably been out there for hours and hours and hours, as they all too often are. I don't know if it's a new person and they didn't tell them that they're not supposed to do that, because that seems to be a problem with the new people, and like zero training or something like that. But again, I believe it's a fire hazard. Some of the really elderly, people here who can't see that well, and that includes a lot of us, believe it or not. But some are like legally blind. And it's so easy to trip on one of those and then slip and, break your neck, especially if there's a fire or something and, there's a panic going on. It's unbelievable this is still going on. But, again, the building management here at the Winton, just a block away from the Hilton and a couple of blocks from Union Square, with all the tourists. And this is supposed to be one of the mayor's pet projects, Mayor Ed Lee. And he was here a couple of months ago. Of course, he didn't knock on anybody's doors and ask about, all of us being terrorized over here by thugs and pit bulls, etc. And the 100% black, workforce in the building, including all the desk clerks and the building manager. And it's very clear that they hire for bias here and not for diversity, etc. The mayor doesn't seem to look at that, even though they're going to have these rallies pretty soon for, against whites, it seems. The mayor's Asian. And, he's Chinese Asian. And, immediately he gets that project, $1 billion boondoggle going for Chinatown. Bus stop, subway stop they don't need, ripping up the streets and, destroying San Francisco for these amount of years for something that's, not even needed. So that's just one example. There's plenty of others. Nobody steps in. I've contacted Dianne Feinstein and Nancy Pelosi and, city, county, state, federal officials, SFPD, district attorney. Nobody even returns your calls. I guess they feel like they're above you. Again, see David Eagleman's materials on the brain, and he's brilliant. Great PBS presentations last night, for example. At least 2 of his shows.